Okay, this is my video for lesson 23. The first question says, I completed the individual preparation assignment before attending the group meeting, and I marked true. 2 is I actively participated in this lesson's group meeting, and I marked true. 3 says the true linear regression equation is y equals beta 0 plus beta 1x, where beta 0 and beta 1 are unknown. What are the null and alternative hypotheses for beta 1? And the answer was the third answer, which the null is equal to and the alternate is not. Number 4 wants to know what a residual is, and it was the second answer. And it's the difference between the observed value y and the value predicted by the regression line. 5 says a plot of residual supporters a plot of residuals supports using linear regression when, and the correct answer was the residuals look normally distributed with zero mean. And I got that one wrong. 6 said compute the residuals for the math self-efficacy data using software. Use the confidence data as the explanatory variable and the score data as the response variable. And what statement best describes the residuals? And the correct answer was the residuals are between about -40 and 25. I also got that one wrong. And then 7 said, based on the QQ plot for these residuals, what can you say about these residuals? And that is that the residuals are fairly normal. 8 said, use software to create a scatter plot of the math self-efficacy data. Given the scatter plot, residuals plot, and QQ plot, which of the 5 assumptions about linear regression are satisfied by this data? Check all that apply. That was the first 3. Then 9 says, what is B1, the estimate for the slope? And that turned out to be 12.695. 10 said, what is the confidence interval for B1? And that was the first answer, which is 10.708 and 14.742. 11 said, based on the evidence and using level of significance 0.05, what decision would you make regarding the hypothesis test for beta 1? And you would reject the null because the p-value is less than alpha. 12 says, for a hypothesis test for beta 1, if you reject the null hypothesis, what does it mean? And that means that there's sufficient evidence to conclude that the slope of the regression line is not 0. 13 says, for the crocodile data, which variable is the dependent variable? And that was body length. And then 14 says, since the 99% confidence interval for these data is 7.124 and 8.311, what can you say about beta 1? And that was the first answer, which says, since the confidence interval does not contain 0, there is sufficient evidence to conclude that beta 1 is not equal to 0. So that is my video for lesson 23.